James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. Of course, you can always find us online if you need to at tarpleymusic.com. Got a really cool video for you today. We have the Circa 74 amp by Taylor Guitar. So Bob Taylor and a handpicked team of guys have put together a really cool amp series for acoustic amps, really for the performer in mind who wants to be a little on the classy side. So obviously you can tell from it is a beautiful piece. This is actually mahogany is what the cab is made out of. And we didn't go out and find the perfect stand for this amp. This actually is the stand for the amp. So it's in matching. It's also a mahogany there. And the amp itself is only about 24 pounds, which is great for the gigging player. That's very, very important, especially when you get in your late 40s. And just saying, let's be honest. And so what they're really going for this was like, hey, we want a really nice, classy-looking amp. It's got 2 channels in it. The first input is a combination, so you can do either XLR or quarter-inch. Input B is quarter-inch. And it's got a nice, good, full, warm sound with this nice, wood cabinet, but the features that it would need for a modern gigging player. So what does that mean? Well, we got an 1/8-inch headphones out, so you could definitely use earbuds for yourself in there. It also has an auxiliary in that's 3.5 or 1/8-inch. If you wanted to play something through that, like maybe backing tracks or whatever you have there. But if you don't want to go through cable, it actually has Bluetooth, so you can actually Bluetooth, backing tracks into that. Or a lot of times, I know if I'm doing solo acoustic gigs, when I take breaks, they ask me, hey, can you play some music in between? You actually can just do it right through this. So for the crowd, the sound, they're hearing sound from the same source, and it's kind of seamless. So each channel has a master volume, 3-band EQ, and a reverb, which is a room reverb. So the more verb you get there, the bigger the room and the more wet the reverb will get. And then, of course, each one just has a level, and then there's a master volume for both. Very simple, very elegant, and so I got to play, and this first time I had played it at all was just a little bit before we were working with it, before we started shooting the video, and it can be very loud, but it's not bombastic loud. It is really, really warm. So I do see the appeal of this in that sense. So let's hear it, shall we? So what I'm going to do is we've just got it mic'd here with the Sennheiser E906. We're just trying to get some sort of sense because it's really a performing amp and not so much, a recording amp in the sense of going direct and try. So we're just going to mic it so you can kind of hear it in this room. And then we'll do some guitar playing through it, and we'll kind of go from no reverb to some reverb, work with the EQ a little bit, just have some fun with it, try to get you an idea of some sounds that it can make, and then we'll do a little bit of playing and singing through it. And so hopefully you can get an idea of what this could do for you if you're out there gigging.
take a ride on Main Street, the only car for miles. And I feel water, but it's not raining on anyone but me. And I can't believe I saw you with so much light, with a heart so black. And all those lies you kept feeding me made me wanna come back. I won't forget you, but I don't miss you. So watch me walk away, 'cause I don't miss you.
All right, so there you have a little bit of the Circa 74, what I would call a performing acoustic amp, right? Especially, and there's a lot of rooms that I do that I generally just take like one 15-inch PA speaker or even a 12. I mean, this would cover that, and I can say this was experienced because I do quite a few of them. And of course, this amp is gorgeous. It looks really elegant. It's not practical in the sense of, being able to break it down and throwing it in gear when you're doing a lot of, that type of gigs and stuff like that. But if you're doing maybe like a songwriter showcase or a really nice high-end gig where you're in a tux or something, which I also do on occasion, that would be really cool and be really elegant in that sense. And of course, at home, it's always got a home, right? So, and the strap, very strong. This is, of course, basically real similar to the good leather that you would see in the Taylor straps, guitar straps. And like I said, 24 pounds. Very important. It's a lot of sound, but it does not weigh too much. Very, very simple. And so I definitely think they are really onto something with this. Like I said, the warmth of it is pretty incredible. We tried to do the best we could just by kind of getting, miking this of what guitar and me kind of singing sounds like. So but the whole point of this is just to see the potential of the thing. You're not really going to know until you sit down and tweak on it and to dial in. But there's a lot of rooms with the 3-band EQ on each one of these, of course, with your guitar or whatever. There's a lot of room to dial in things. And I think that's what makes really good amps, is that it's not a one-trick pony. It's got a little bit to it where, cool, you could. The other thing I think of, probably just from the practicality of it, because I've done it for so long, is if you're teaching, you can easily go in to inputs here, have your own volume, and for student and stuff, those kinds of things are very, very practical. This mahogany is awesome looking. And the beauty of it is it really doesn't add way too much weight by, like when we had the 13-inch black and white TVs with the big, huge wooden furniture that it was in, right? And that's why my parents never moved. They were like, we're not moving until the TVs get thinner and smaller. But anyway, I love this. And, of course, these white chicken heads, these are really cool looking knobs on here that really, really make it pop. So, I don't know. I think this is really cool. I'm excited to see maybe some more stuff coming out with the capability of doing this. The grill looks really cool. Circa 74, it's a cool logo. I just think there's a whole lot going on from an aesthetic standpoint, but it's very practical. Like I said, the stand... no, not really. I mean, you're a gigging guy. You're going to probably want to get, maybe an amp stand or something that's just a little bit more foldable and stuff when your daily grind kind of gigs. But, man, if you want to pull out a little bit of elegance and be a little bit nicer, you can. It's beautiful. And, of course, it matches, right? So, anyway, hope you got some excitement about this amp. I hope you got some good information about it, especially if you're in the market looking for something like this. Hopefully, I got a bug in your ear. Maybe, hey, I should go check out a Circa 74. Because nothing will ever replace you going and getting your hands on the gear and using it yourself. It just won't. So appreciate you watching. If you liked this video, just hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up there. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you. And we're going to do stuff like this for a long, long time. And we are doing, amp videos. We do a lot of versus videos and guitar videos. And if you'd like to know as those videos drop, you can just turn on notifications. And hopefully we will see you on the next one.